They're everywhere. They're the creeks and stream beds that run next to roads and through neighborhoods. Most of the time, these creeks and streams are dry. They collect trash and they're neglected. But what if they could be more? What if we could find a way to benefit from them? The San Marcos Greenbelt Alliance has a plan. With the help of volunteers, they plan to turn these overlooked spaces into places to have fun. They remove invasive species and protect local plants. They build trails and overlooks like the ones at Purgatory Creek. But it takes hard work and dedication. From prickly pears to wild grass, these beautiful areas are accessible because of the hard work of many. Without their work, there would be fewer places to walk your dog and enjoy the natural world that's right behind your fence. But they can't do it alone, so come, be a part of the San Marcos Greenbelt Alliance and make a change.
Carnival rides, food vendors, and live music are a few of the attractions that you can find each year at Wurstfest in New Braunfels. Since 1961, the festival has not only brought joy to the residents of the town and surrounding areas, but has also been funding community projects and nonprofit organizations. Some residents wait all year to enjoy this event and consider it tradition.
And I came here for the first time in 1969 with a high school girlfriend. And I have not missed a Wurstfest since.
Others are visiting this year for the first time.
This is actually me and my girlfriend's first kind of like festival together, so I think we may actually turn this into a tradition.
And others take pride in being a festival employee.
Began working here because my family began working Wurstfest 50 some odd years ago, and it's kind of a family tradition.
No matter who you talk to, all of them will have their own opinions about what they believe is the best part of Wurstfest.
Number 1, beer. Number 2, schnapps. Number 3, beer. Number 4, sausage.
Regardless, attendees share one common sentiment.
When Wurstfest comes around every year, it's like Christmas morning to me.
So whether it's your first date or family tradition, come on out to Wurstfest. You have until November 13th. For Bobcat Update, I'm Amanda Pena.
ICFJ's partnership program between Pakistani and U.S. journalists shows how media can promote better understanding between countries often at odds. The 3-year program is bringing almost 130 Pakistani journalists to the U.S. to complete print, broadcast, and online internships. The exchange also sends 30 American journalists to Pakistan to learn how their colleagues work.
These programs, I think, in the future will build a kind of a bridge between the people of Pakistan and United States of America as they never been built.
Pakistani journalists who come to the U.S. as part of the program stay for about a month. They meet with top officials, journalists, and experts in foreign policy. Then, they work alongside their American peers in U.S. newsrooms.
I went for reporting for 2 times. Once I visited U.S. Capitol Hill, and there I saw the proceedings of Senate. And then second, there was another day that when President Obama was visiting Europe, it was an official visit of Europe. There was a press conference made by some ambassadors. I covered that, and I think it was a new experience to me.
The program provides an important opportunity to build understanding between Americans and Pakistanis. It does so by giving the people who present the news and shape discussion in both countries a chance to learn from each other.
So this program, I think it's great value for us and for all other participants because we learned very different things and we have a very great exposure of this country.
This program builds long-term partnerships between media organizations. Through better journalism, people in both countries will understand the other better. Such understanding has never been more important than it is now.
Good afternoon and welcome to this Wednesday edition of Bobcat Update. I'm Amanda Pena. Today we'll tell you how new budget cuts are affecting San Marcos family planning clinics.
And I'm Marissa Wagner. We'll also take a look into the life of a very unique Texas State alum.
It's International Education Month at Texas State. The International Office provides unique opportunities for international education to be recognized, and it encourages students and faculty to get involved with programs such as study abroad. Students and faculty were invited to celebrate the Thanksgiving holiday with a luncheon in the LBJ Student Center yesterday. Another celebration is scheduled Thursday. Students are encouraged to bring a recipe from a unique culture or a family favorite dish to a potluck at Lampasas Hall.
Texas State students seeking birth control methods could be affected by recent budget cuts. Ryan Cochran has more in this Bobcat Update.
The Texas legislature recently cut funding for family planning programs. The budget cuts have caused many family planning clinics in Texas to shut down, including the one near campus on North LBJ Drive. With that location gone, Community Health Services has to work harder to provide care to people who need it.
So it's been a challenge, but our staff are doing really well at trying to keep up with it.
Funding for family planning programs was slashed by almost $74 million. That's almost a 70% decrease from last year's budget.
This year, there were just a lot of people that were not willing to stand up in support of the rights of people to get reproductive health checkups.
Community Health Services offers a variety of programs, including diabetes and cancer screenings, counseling, and AIDS/HIV services. Almost all of these were affected by the cuts.
One of the things that we know is when people have had the right to plan their families as they want to, that families have been healthier and also they have been economically more stable.
Although recent budget cuts have caused several Texas family planning clinics to shut down, Texas State University still offers family planning at the Student Health Center. For Bobcat Update, I'm Ryan Cochran.
Medical experts say that a worldwide diabetes epidemic is not far away, especially for Texans. The Austin American-Statesman reports that medical professionals feel that their warnings are not being heeded, even though they have been informing policymakers of these concerns for years. In 2010, 2 million Texans were diagnosed with diabetes. According to the Texas Health Institute, another 500,000 remain undiagnosed. Diabetes is the 6th leading cause of death in Texas and has cost the state more than $12.5 million.
While you may think the wings that you get from drinking Red Bull will help you soar through your finals, it could actually be doing more harm than good. Most energy drinks have high amounts of caffeine and sugar. According to medical experts, the boost they give you has a higher likelihood of that crash and burn effect and causes high blood pressure and extreme dehydration. So instead of gulping down another energy drink, experts recommend a healthy diet, physical activity, and a good night's sleep.
Texas Governor Rick Perry has released a new government reform plan that would end lifetime appointments for judges and make serving in Congress a part-time job. Perry wants to limit the time Supreme Court justices serve to 18 years and cut congressional salaries in half. Perry says that Congress is out of touch because its members are overpaid, overstaffed, and away from home too much. According to the Austin American-Statesman, Perry's plan would take the form of a constitutional amendment and would need the support of a supermajority in Congress.
Chase Bank is dropping 3 fees that it had been testing in various parts of the country. Among the charges being pulled are a $10 and a $15 monthly checking account fee, as well as a $3 debit card fee. Many Chase customers were angered by the fees, especially new customers who had to pay them. As a result, many people moved their big money from big banks to credit unions and small community banks. According to an industry association, the initiative led $5 billion in new deposits being transferred to credit unions. According to the San Marcos Mercury, a home in Dripping Springs burnt to the ground on Tuesday after being hit by lightning. County Fire Marshal Mark Chambers said that a neighbor witnessed a lightning strike, which ignited the home. Although the structure was a total loss, no injuries or deaths were reported. Spokesperson for Hays County Sheriff's Office, Jeffrey Jordan, said that in addition to the fire, several traffic accidents were caused because of Tuesday's storms.
10 years after an accident changed his life, a Texas State grad pays a visit to his alma mater and his former professors. Kelsey Doyle has more in this Bobcat Update.
Ryan Fox graduated in 2001 with big plans for his future. But 5 days after graduation, he was involved in a car accident that left him in a coma and suffering from a traumatic brain injury. This was not a part of his plan. Ryan graduated with dual degrees in electronic media and marketing. Ryan had dreams of being a sports broadcaster. With the help of his friend and mentor, Larry Carlson, Ryan had rewarding internships at the NBC affiliates in San Antonio and Austin.
Ryan was he was my best student, in the first class he took with me. And then, he just stood out early on, and he was just, he got everything, and he never made a mistake twice.
This week, Ryan returned to campus to speak to Carlson's Writing for the Electronic Media class. He was interviewed by Carlson's students, and he played tapes and told stories about when he was a feature reporter for a high school sports show.
We were friends pretty early on, and I was lucky enough that he was still here for, another 3, maybe 4 semesters after that first class.
3 weeks after the accident, Ryan woke up from his coma. His mother, Nita, was by his side.
He was like an infant when he woke up.
Ryan was taken to Tier Hospital in Houston to begin rehab.
The journey has changed a lot since he graduated. We had seen one direction for him.
In the past 10 years, Ryan has slowly progressed with the help of God and his mother motivating him.
As Ryan has said to me many times, you get busy living or you get busy dying. You make that choice, and it's a whole lot better to get busy living.
Count the small victories every day.
For others with similar conditions like Ryan, one option in San Marcos is Res Care Premier Texas. Since 1978, they've served over 2,000 individuals with brain injury and other neurological disorders.
Don't wait for a miracle, be the miracle.
For Bobcat Update, I'm Kelsey Doyle.
Magazine has announced its sexiest man alive for this year.
And a well-known actor may be leaving the business in the near future. When we come back, Beth Brinkman will have more of your entertainment news.
Hello everyone, my name is Beth Brinkman here with your entertainment news. Kim Kardashian is suing for $200,000 to prove that her wedding was not a farce. Kardashian is suing her former publicist because he said she has a history of publicity stunts. Jonathan Jackson claims Kardashian got married and is now getting a divorce just to call attention to herself. Kardashian was married a mere 72 days to Kris Humphries before she filed for a divorce. The paternity suit against teen pop star Justin Bieber has been dropped. The Chicago Tribune tells us that 20-year-old Mariah Yeater quietly withdrew the lawsuit late last week. Yeater still claims that she is Bieber's baby mama, but she says she hopes to settle the dispute quietly because she fears for her life. Bieber was prepared to take the DNA test and sue for false allegations, but there is no word yet as to if Bieber's legal team will go through with the lawsuit or not. The wait is almost over for Twilight fans. The newest movie, Breaking Dawn Part 1, hits theaters this week. But people in Los Angeles got a special early look at the movie at last night's premiere at a red carpet affair. Breaking Dawn is the fourth and final novel in the Twilight saga by American author Stephenie Meyer. Immortals was the #1 box office movie at the box office this past weekend. Immortals is part fantasy, part action. It's a battle of titans. And at the box office, it ruled supreme, netting $32 million for its opening. #2 was Puss in Boots, which had been the previous week's top movie. At #3 was Clint Eastwood's J. Edgar. Another movie in the box office this weekend was Adam Sandler's new movie, Jack and Jill. Even though the movie has grossed $25 million so far, it opened to dismal reviews. Rotten Tomatoes gave the film a 4% rating, which is one of the worst in Rotten Tomatoes history. In the movie, Sandler plays his own twin sibling, hence Jack and Jill. A review by Tom Long of the Detroit News says that the apocalypse starts here, but Sandler fans might appreciate its humor. The Jesse James cheating saga continues. First, his marriage to Sandra Bullock crumbled because of his affair with tattoo artist Kat Von D. Now Kat Von D is claiming that James has been cheating on her, and not with just one woman, but 19 different partners. So says Von D in a Facebook post. James has offered no comment, but a source close to him told People magazine that the claim is ridiculous. Brad Pitt says he's thinking seriously about quitting. He told an interviewer in Australia that he'll quit acting in about 3 years when he turns 50 years old. Pitt says he doesn't know what he'll do then, maybe producing, maybe more children with Angelina Jolie. Pitt's latest acting job was last month's release of the baseball movie Moneyball. Bradley Cooper is People magazine's sexiest man alive for 2011. Our charming blue-eyed heartthrob says he is pleased to receive this title. E! Online reports that after a lengthy romance with actress Renee Zellweger and rumored fling with Jennifer Lopez, the reigning sexy man is an eligible one. Among the list of sexiest man honorees is Tim McGraw, Liam Hemsworth, and Ryan Gosling. Well, that's it for me with your entertainment. Back to you, ladies.
It has been a rainy week for Texas State students.
Luckily, we have Aspen Streety here to let us know what else to expect. She'll be joining us next.
How many times have you thrown a soda can on the ground? Or how many times have you seen a can lying there, but didn't bother to pick it up? No one likes to see cans lying around. They're an eyesore to the community and they harm our environment, especially when they get into our rivers and lakes. But it's not a lost cause. There is something you can do to help. You can better serve your environment and your community by donating your recycled cans to Cans for a Cure. Just take the cans you collect to Green Guy Recycling and tell them you are donating your cans to Cans for a Cure. Cans for a Cure donates the proceeds from recycled cans to fund cancer research. If you would like to be involved or want more information on cancer awareness events, visit the Cans for a Cure website at cansforacure.com.
Well, Marissa, I sure have been enjoying this weather. I loved the rain yesterday.
I do. I'm happy that we're getting the rain, but it is kind of messy walking across campus. I had to wipe down all the dirt that was on me.
That's true.
Here to tell you what to expect in a few coming days' weather is Aspen Streety.
Thank you, ladies. It is currently 79 degrees in our wonderful city of San Marcos, but we should have cooler temperatures moving in tonight, which maybe will cause us to bust out our jackets. For a look at our Texas weather, up in the Panhandle, we have Amarillo at 46 degrees, El Paso at 66, Dallas-Fort Worth at 65, Austin enjoying an awesome day at 76 degrees, and down in the Houston-Brownsville area, 82 and 89. A look at our national weather shows us on the West Coast, Seattle at 39 degrees, also Los Angeles at 62, Denver 35 degrees, Chicago also very cool at 42. All across the south, we have high temperatures 79, 82, 81, and then we have 57 all across the East Coast with New York City, D.C., and Nashville. As we take a look at our national forecast, it's going to show us that up on the West Coast, there's a mixture of rain and snow for Washington and Montana, all sunshine down in California and Nevada. Moving across the Great Plains, there's going to be some snow flurries that are going to fly. Also up in the Great Lakes region of Wisconsin. And down here again in the south for the Gulf Coast and the Atlantic Coast, all sunshine. This low pressure system that's moving across, starting in New Mexico and stretching all the way across to the Atlantic Coast, is going to bring a wall of rain and severe thunderstorms stretching through Mississippi and Virginia. Again, also rain up here in parts of Maine and New York. As we take a look at our 3-day forecast, tonight's overnight low is going to be 46 degrees with winds moving from the north to northeast at 15 to 25 miles per hour. As we take a look at tomorrow's high, it's going to be 68 degrees, all sunshine. And then Friday's high, 73 degrees, mostly cloudy with 20% chance of rain. I don't know about you guys, but I'm excited to bust out my scarf tonight.
I know. I can't wait to put my jacket on tonight. It's
I know.
gonna be awesome.
It's actually going to feel like it's really November.
Right. I know. Maybe we'll have a white Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
When we return, we'll tell you the reason why a toilet has been sitting in the center of the quad all week.
And we have some interesting news for all you Houston Astros fans. Stay tuned.
The San Marcos River is a popular destination for swimmers, kayakers, and tubers. Although many people visit this hot spot for fun in the sun, there is also a lot of work needed to maintain its condition. The San Marcos River Foundation, also known as SMRF, is a nonprofit that was founded in 1985 with a mission to preserve public access to the river. The foundation's mission is to protect the flow, natural beauty, watershed, and estuaries within the river for future generations to come. Each month, SMRF hosts several volunteering events which focus on removing water hyacinth, an invasive plant that can overgrow and kill wildlife. There are also several river cleanups a year which are solely run by volunteers. All help is greatly appreciated and much needed. To become a volunteer or to learn more about the San Marcos River Foundation, visit www.sanmarcosriver.org.
Secret Service has made a preliminary arrest today in relation to gunshots aimed at the White House on Friday night. One bullet hit a White House window, but was stopped by ballistic glass. The suspect, Oscar Ramiro Ortega, was arrested after police found suspicious material in his abandoned car, but has since been released for lack of evidence. President Obama avoided the incident as he was headed to a summit in Hawaii at the time. The Secret Service is continuing to investigate.
It's fake, but it's there to make a point. Perhaps you've seen the exhibit on the quad, an exhibit that includes fake feces. The Texas State WaterAid chapter is calling attention to Sanitation Awareness Week. The purpose is to make students and faculty more aware of sanitation problems around the world. The local chapter is raising funds and distributing information. The effort will end this Friday with what's called World Toilet Day.
Houston Astros fans might be watching their team play in the American League come 2013. Major League Baseball says it will not approve businessman Jim Crane's purchase of the Astros unless the change is made. Crane will reportedly receive $70 million discount off his $680 million purchase of the Astros for switching to the AL. According to ESPN report, Crane was forced to move the sale along, although no official announcement has been made.
The U.S. Postal Service is deep in the red. The agency says it lost more than $5 billion in the past fiscal year. That number is less than the more than $10 billion predicted because a payment the Postal Service owes the government for retiree health benefits has been postponed. Postmaster General Patrick Donahoe is asking Congress to step in and help reduce costs. One reason business is down at the post office is the internet. More people are using online services, which is driving down mail volume.
Holiday shopping is about to shift into high gear. Retailers are looking forward to Black Friday, the day after Thanksgiving, because predictably thousands of shoppers will be in stores for some bargain shopping. But a lot of people prefer to avoid the hassle. They'd rather shop from the comfort of their home. Online shopping is expected to net about $60 billion this year, which would be about a 15% increase. The National Retail Federation is also expecting overall holiday sales to be up as well, but only by 2.8%.
Nordstrom stores will be taking a different approach on marketing this Christmas compared to competitors such as Macy's, Kohl's, and Target. Although most retailers are advertising pre-Black Friday sales intended for early Christmas shoppers, Nordstrom has decided to take each holiday one at a time. Nordstrom spokesperson Colin Johnson says they will continue the tradition this year and will not be decorating for Christmas until after Thanksgiving.
Local retailers are eagerly awaiting the holiday rush. Many businesses in downtown San Marcos are already in the holiday spirit. You can see it within the window decorations they have put up and the wide array of holiday gifts they hope to buy. Thanksgiving and Christmas create a festive spirit, and most Texas State students are looking forward to taking some time off to enjoy the holidays. And if you're in the mood to shop, you'll find many more stores extending their welcome. Are you going to be doing the Black Friday shopping?
I haven't ever done it. There are a few things I would like to get for the discount prices, but I think I'll make that decision when the time comes.
I think I'd rather avoid that, the hassle.
Well, that's all the news we have for you today.
Thanks for tuning in to Bobcat Update. We'll be back tomorrow at 4:30.